love Anisa. I love everything about her. I've only grown to love her more with time.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
I am quiet, stoic, but I do feel like a loser. I'm like, he probably has great conversations with everyone except me. She is the opposite of that. She is loud, very talkative, social.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. What the hell?
I need to drown that out with some more mango. Anisa will oftentimes, like in many relationships, be the more talkative one.
So for Ian, for example, like, I would say trashy.
And there are still people accusing her of cheating.
Our hairdresser walked up to us, who's also Ian's sparring partner, when we were waiting to get our hair cut, and he was like, Ian, you're allowed to smile.
Accusing me of being in an abusive relationship.
Ian's just looking like a shriveled... You look like the grandma from SpongeBob. The chocolate grandma. You know what I'm talking about?
We knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed, few people cried, most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
So I was working on my usual slop content, that type which makes you throw yourself out the window after watching. And then iDubbbz just posted this video titled Coming Clean. Like and subscribe right now, otherwise iDubbbz gonna come clean on you. Okay, so I watched this video and it was really pathetic. He tackled everything which wasn't even important. He never addressed any real issues or criticism. He took some guys who were trash talking Anisa and tried to portray everyone who hates him and Anisa in the same light, which is not true. People have real and genuine criticism about you guys, like the charity event you were running, your cut 34%. But of course you're not going to talk about that.
That she is actively and continually cheating on me. And if you listen to freaks like this guy I'm about to show, it makes sense why. They are obsessed.
Anisa wants to have sex into having sex with Anisa. I think he wants to bang Anisa. Anisa was horny and wanted to have sex with this therapist while Anisa figured herself to it.
Yep. Do you think that makes her pussy wet?
Buddy,
Did
was she getting
stop?
plowed?
That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm not going to say what these two guys did here are right or wrong. My guess is that they are saying all of this because it aligns with the popular opinion on the internet. Now, do I think that talking about someone like that is okay? Well, absolutely not. But my problem with iDubbbz here is that he used these guys to kill any valid criticism anyone had against him and Anisa, which should not be the case. And that is my exact issue here. Like, he is free to defend his wife or himself. Like, we are no one to stop him from doing that, and we should not stop anyone from doing that. But he just directed the whole conversation into this. He used these clips of these guys and called everyone obsessed haters. iDubbbz, my friend, let me tell you something, alright? I am serious right now. It is just you. You are the only one who is obsessed with Anisa. She literally have an OnlyFans which hardly making any money. Like, people saw her stuff and they were like, hell no man, I am not paying for that. So my friend, nobody is obsessed over your wife. And you know, I even showed my Indian homies Anisa's OnlyFans images and they literally folded my ass. Because even they also don't want to see those bobs and vagina. Okay, so let's talk about why people hate Anisa so much. Like, what did she do? Well, let me give you an example.
I'm surprised that car can hold up on that. The crash test rating on that car must be amazing. It's nice to know that the car can handle that kind of weight without denting. To our knowledge, it might have dented actually, who knows. I mean, I guess this is good because she's getting her fitness in, so.
And then here's a stream clip from that same year.
Sarah Silverman's got to be the most unlikable. I'm surprised that she gets less hate than that whale, the leather
Amy
wearing,
Schumer?
Yeah, Amy Schumer. Because at least Amy Schumer doesn't open her mouth very often, at least to my knowledge.
Now, most people wouldn't have a problem with these jokes, I myself love making jokes about Ethan is Online's weight. My issue here is that only months later, Anisa would release a video titled, "What's Wrong with Fat People at the Gym?" where she tries to take the moral high ground. She tells a story about overhearing two women making fun of an overweight gym goer, and says this halfway through.
Any bit of disgusting that they thought this woman was, if they would just look in the mirror or hear what they were saying, like, that is a million times more disgusting than any fucking abomination I can even dream up. And I'm just sitting there flabbergasted at the idea that there's these two women actually ridiculing somebody who has the balls to get up and go to the gym and deal with the shitty people like them and still come back and better themselves.
It's a decent message, but the person delivering that message has no place to talk.
You know what is actually ironic about this clip? She is literally fat shaming someone while BBW is written on her wall. Now, I'm not usually the type of a person who melts down over fat shaming and racism, even if it is against me. But the thing is, Anisa is trying to take the moral high ground after contradicting herself in more than one way in a single goddamn clip. And it is actually a reoccurring theme throughout her internet presence before meeting iDubbbz. So she was already hated before meeting iDubbbz. Getting together with iDubbbz only made her presence more significant on the internet. And as she grew along with iDubbbz, more and more people started noticing her and hating her due to her past action even before meeting iDubbbz. This video by Rob's Media really tackled this issue quite well. Like, he actually created a good documentary video. And if you want to know why people hate Anisa, go watch it after this video, because this video is absolutely good and insane. So my point is, people are not obsessed with Anisa, they just hate her due to her own actions.
And there is no evidence for any of this except, like, I guess body language experts coming on and being like, iDubbbz is being stoic here.
Alright buddy, I hate to break it to you, but the fact is, just because you don't mind sitting in the corner chair doesn't make you a stoic, it just makes you a cuck. Stoicism is a very deep philosophy, and you are just a man who is treated like how the whole internet treats Indian.
1260?
No, it was like, yeah, it was 4K, a 4K thing. You smelling my breath?
No. Does it always smell like piss?
No,
or did one of the
it doesn't
dogs
smell like piss.
pee?
They might have peed.
Doesn't it smell like piss?
I don't smell that.
Oh, maybe it's just me.
I have literally seen people treating Indians better on the internet than how Anisa treats you in real life. iDubbbz, this is just pathetic.
If you're curious about the hairdresser these guys are talking about, I will point you to my disgraced boxing coach, Michael Briggs. For some reason, this stupid fucking loser and his dumb as rocks wife.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You are making a video and crying about people calling your wife mean things, and you are now doing the same thing to someone else's wife. That's not very empathetic of you, iDubbbz. And since we are pointing fingers here, I will also like to point finger at the fact that the so-called dumb wife is a child bride survivor. So iDubbbz, let's discuss how your empathetic decided to ghost them when they asked for your help about raising awareness against child marriage.
I'm a child bride survivor, and at the age of 12, I was put into a child marriage from the time I was 12 until 23. Within my child marriage, I had 2 kids when I was 15 and 17. And this happened in America. Okay, and Ian and Anisa are well aware of my story because I've had them at my home. They've seen my kids and everything. I gave my public testimony to support the bill, and you know, once I was on Seattle Times and television and everything. And I reached out to Ian and Anisa, and I asked them if they could help, you know, share the information, because it was really important to me that this bill passed. And they just both left me on red. But guess what? Today, when they saw the highlights on Ian's story that we were going to be on here, Anisa was texting me and Michael, and they're like,
they reached, they ignored us when we were like trying to fight child marriage. But then when they found out,
are they pro child marriage?
You take a hard speech.
That's why it makes one. You begs the question.
Decided to go on the H3 podcast. They already spilled their guts. They were getting paid like $5,000 to go on this podcast.
I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you never got.
It actually sounds bitter here, Lamao, that he wasn't paid to be on the H3 podcast.
And say that Anisa was like thirsting after him.
She definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. Yeah, even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it.
Alright, so now let's talk about this Gabe guy. iDubbbz, it's not just your coach. Your wife have a lot of moments where you can literally see her obsessing over him. And it's everywhere on the internet. And let's not forget that your wife talks about strangers' boner on Twitter. Like, that's fucking weird, man. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys some clips of Anisa obsessing over Gabe.
Ian's sparring partner actually does both of our hair, and he is awesome. He started cosmetology school in 1996. It was at a salon, but it was by Ian's sparring partner for boxing.
I love that fact.
You do?
Yeah, it's just such a fun fact. I'll probably be getting my hair done.
Anisa will get her hair did. I don't think I've ever received a nice hair or I like your haircut compliment from a person, period. I gotta pick Anisa.
That's just a little bonus.
She's stranded at the mall right now.
Who's she with?
She thought she could
Who's she with, Ian?
get her hair cut and then go mall shopping after.
Our hairdresser walked up to us, who's also Ian's sparring partner, when we were waiting to get our hair cut, and he was like, "Ian, you're allowed to smile."
Why the fuck are you talking about this guy so much?
You can't really convince me that it wasn't obsession. Like, who the fuck needs to know when he went to school and what he did in that school, what sort of degree certification he did? Like, who the fuck cares? Isn't he just your sparring partner and your hairdresser? Like, I don't understand. Who even remembers all of that? Okay, so now comes my favorite part of the video. iDubbbz claims to be an ally for the LGBT community, right? But he also used it as an insult against his coach? Like, what?
For whatever it's worth, every time Michael Briggs, my disgraced boxing coach, would reference Gabe, he would always refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe. He couldn't help but refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe on the podcast.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah, he's got tattoos. He's large. He's tan.
I don't call him that. My wife doesn't call him that. If you have some unresolved sexual tension or fantasies, whatever the fuck it is, you need to keep that shit to yourself and not project it onto other people.
Okay, you heard him. If anyone from the LGBTQ community is watching this, well, your favorite empath on the internet thinks this about you. He literally said, keep that to yourself. Oh, but WetDough, the context is different here. What context? What could be the context? He literally used it like an insult. He called him as an insult. Okay, so let me get this straight. If it's something normal, then it should not be used as an insult because it cannot be an insult. But if it is an insult, then it is not normal. Which one is it, iDubbbz? Which one is it?
So now I want to look at two different clips from these guys. There is the fat one and his cohort who are listening to Anisa describe, like, essentially having a hard time online, seeing people mock and make fun of her dad with Alzheimer's.
You know, I agree with iDubbbz here. It is not cool to make fun of someone's illness, no matter who it is. And I was really about to feel bad for iDubbbz until I remembered how he reacted to the H3H3 receiving real skulls in mail. Also how he reacted to the H3H3 CPS situation where his family was about to be separated because some on the internet thought it would be a cool thing to do. A real human skull sent to someone's house?
And then Ian goes on a podcast with a therapist and gets extremely real with him, which is a profoundly stupid idea. Like eating with your mouth full on camera. He of all people should know better than to go on a therapist's podcast and vent about his very real problems on a public forum like that, because people will use that information against him. Like this.
The same person live streamed his own therapy session where he actually cried.
If you're gonna be a hater ass bitch, take it the full way. Take responsibility for having the opinion that crying online is pathetic and weak. Don't say I am the enlightened centrist and other people are gonna make fun of you for that.
Far be it for me to question the empathy king, but isn't this exactly what you do? And also, this is why nobody wants to support you, iDubbbz. Even Hassan Piker don't wanna do it. Because you are just fucking insane. Someone showed a little bit concern about you and about what you are doing. They did not even trash talk. They did not even said anything bad. And what is the first thing that you decided to do? You literally attacked them. You literally called them a bad person. You literally said that they are a troll, when all they said was that this should not be done because it is the internet, not your fucking therapist. If you believe that crying was okay on camera and it's normal, then you should not crash out about it when someone points it out. You can disagree with them by saying, no, I don't believe that it was a weakness, and it would be done. That is a power move, iDubbbz. So what you are doing right now is you are crying about crying on the internet. How does this make any sense? And you aren't the only one who cried online. Just search up any YouTuber and add cry at the end. Boom! You will see that PewDiePie, Markiplier, every major YouTuber at least once in their life cried on camera. And people don't mind it. It's as if people don't have a problem with it. It's just as if you are a defensive about it. And this isn't the only time the mature iDubbbz did something like this.
So like he went to a range day with me one time. Like we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. and like,
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, this is my OnlyFans. And this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anisa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, he like said stuff like that, and just like haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Yeah, bro. You totally support your wife's OnlyFans. We all can see in this clip how secure you were. Alright. So I know that everyone is insecure about something in their life. And everyone knows that it is not a big deal. And it shouldn't be. We are all humans at the end of the day. But you can't really pretend to be this morally superior, all accepting God, and then cry about the same things later. And then you expect people to not laugh at you and point fingers at you for being a hypocrite.
So you making this bold claim that we are like unaware what happens when Anisa talks about her dad who has Alzheimer's or me crying, like we're very aware that that is going to be viewed as gay and be made fun of by people like you.
Wait, hold on a minute. Aren't you the same guy who just made fun of your coach by calling him gay? So you are just contradicting yourself in the same video. This is just so funny, man. This is why you never virtue signal on the internet. This is exactly why iDubbbz.
Bro, what is going on? Anisa legitimately convinced him his entire being as a person is bad.
Did I once say my entire being is bad? You're allowed to be critical of yourself and the content you're making. You would benefit from being a little critical of the content you're making.
Far be it for me to question the enlightened one, but I don't think that you are reaping any benefits from it. You were literally in a basement some days ago. Your fans hate you, all of your friends hate you, your family hates you because you betrayed everyone who loved you.
Like, actually comment on what I was talking about. Do you agree or disagree?
Political streamer making everything political, challenge level impossible. It is just straight up funny, man. Like, oh, do you guys agree or disagree? Like, bro, I'ma be real. Not everyone wanna jump into politics. You can be critical of people. You can be critical of certain situation without agreeing or disagreeing with one side. You don't have to take a side in everything. You can just take a stand against something without joining any side. And that's actually fine. That's what most people should do. You really don't need to have an extreme opinion about everything. You can just simply not care about a certain topic, and that is actually fine. Or you can just take a neutral stance in some too. Like, why is this a problem? I don't understand, iDubbbz.
And fellas, and even fellettes, alright? Never, just listen up, alright? Never let your partner actually change you this much. Never let them convince you that you are so bad as a person. Like, everything you do, everything the way you act, everything you believe believe is bad, and you must agree to their way of life, everything they do. Obviously,
why do you think that she thinks everything I do is bad?
Well, people say it maybe because that's what she straight up says online. All you have to do is look at her tweets or maybe thousands of videos which are out there where she just can't stand your presence at all. Like, dude, just take a hint, man.
A lot of the things that these commentators are commenting on is they're saying like, oh my gosh, that would crush me basically if my wife described me in that way or said that about me. And it's like, okay, it would hurt you. You're feeling bad through me. You think that I'm feeling those same feelings that you're feeling. I'm not.
Alright guys, so if anyone was actually feeling bad about him, don't. Because you heard it. He likes it all. He likes the humiliation. A normal human can't stand it, but he loves the humiliation. He is probably watching this video right now and touching himself to it. Because he just loves to be humiliated by everyone and his wife. And like, I don't know what this obsession is.
When I'm giving my actual authentic take about something, you don't need to put the blame on my wife. You don't need to say that she's controlling me. This is very off base. People who are in relationships, they communicate, they talk. This is just the reality of getting in a relationship and becoming more enmeshed. Like it happens. You know, if we eventually have a kid together, like it's very important that we're on the same page and that we communicate. I know it might feel like you have some outsider insight, but it is just very wrong.
Now this is something Anisa would make you say. Blink twice if you need help, iDubbbz. You know, I made this thumbnail for my other video, and well, after he made a whole video defending her and failing, well, I guess this thumbnail was actually true. I don't know why, but he's acting like he is the only man on earth who is in a relationship. He's like, oh guys, this thing happens in a relationship. You guys don't understand because you guys have never seen a pussy. Like, brother, most of the people on this God-gifted earth have stable relationships or had stable relationships. They just kept it private for obvious reason. The obvious reason being internet doesn't need to know everything about you. They genuinely do not need to know. It's your life and there are some things which should be private, and that is exactly why privacy exists. Because internet is not your therapist or your family.
Do you want to know why this shit makes me so mad? Because there was a point in time back in OnlyFans season 1 where I was like, dude, iDubbbz is the fucking man. Such a chill guy. So down to earth. Loved meeting him in real life. Loved playing games with him. This guy was the fucking man.
I think Tectone is remembering this in a kind of a weird way.
Alright buddy, I'ma stop you right here. You are not going to bully my favorite bald 40-year-old Genshin player, alright? He just left the internet for a while. I see you are kicking him while he is down. Well, I won't let you do that here. Bald brotherhood for life.
What's up, homie? Nice haircut.
Get the f out of here. Man, he used to be so awesome. He was so cool. And then he fucking got corrupted by that fucking bitch.
Well, I guess that was the most honest thing he might have said in this whole video. Well, I know that this video wasn't as long as other content nukes other content creators make, or the quality wasn't really up to par, but I still tried my best, alright? Please give me a break. I know it's not perfect, but I hope you guys liked it, and I will keep working on my content, and I will keep increasing the quality of my content day by day. So thanks for your support. Like and subscribe right now if you're still watching this, because going through this whole video killed my brain cells. Now I am more dumber than I was yesterday. Okay, so that was it for today's video, and from tomorrow I will keep making my slop content. I don't even know how will people react to this video. It's gonna be a big surprise. Whatever happens, happens, I guess. So anyways, see you in the next video.